Welcome to How to Become Really, Really Ridiculously Successful with Janny.
This episode is all about how to make partners, not prospects.
Making the right kind of connection, not just a connection with a shoe to a face. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Got it.
You know what? Wingtips, the black and white wingtips.
Well, wingtip for sure. Rule number 1.
If the cup falls off the other person's head, 3 points for the thrower.
Rule number 2.
If you hit the person in the head, but the cup doesn't fall off, -1 point for you.
Rule number 3. If the cup falls off of your head and you were to catch it,
Yes.
it's -1 for the thrower.
Dude, that was a good shot. I am not happy, but that was a great shot. Yes! Yes! Okay, so that's 3 points for you.
Yeah,
It's 3-0.
That's 3-0.
We're gonna start with a controversial premise here. That cold outbounding is not as effective as some may think it is.
The good news is ICA Agency Alliance has a sales program that you can participate in.
Click below for more information. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's a tough decision. Cold prospecting worth it? Most people will say no. However, yes, but if you really want to make an impact, we're really talking about the relationships that you actually drive, build, connect with all in your, say, sphere.
That's why we're going to call this working with partners and not prospects, because what you really want to do is build partnerships within your territory, your sphere of influence, whatever that might look like for you. Early on in both of our sales careers, as we started out in inside sales, leads were being led to us and we worked in a transactional manner, in which case cold outbounding is absolutely worth it.
I'm actually going to go with the tassels because that's going to look great hitting you not in the head, but the cup off. Stop moving.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah! It's 3-3 now.
Yeah,
3-3.
Oh,
3-3. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
When you're working transactionally and you're going to move on right after a small dollar amount sale, then you don't need to worry about building a relationship. In fact, the person who's buying from you probably doesn't want to build a relationship with you.
I will counter for just a half a second though too, is saying, hey, no matter who I'm buying from, I want that relational aspect. I really do.
I would agree with that. You do want that relational aspect. However, you know that relationship is short-term.
Short-term, correct.
Yep. So there's no reason to get really in-depth beyond small things like how's the weather where you are right now.
Right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You idiot! The sunshine loafer. Oh! Oh, jeez. Ah!
Right.
That was it. Okay. 6-3.
You're going to want to book a business that lasts a very long time. It's not just transactional. Yes, it is at the beginning, but you want to be referred to. You want to be that face that people know of when they think of insurance. As cheesy as it sounds, you want to be the face that they think of. Right?
Absolutely. So there's really two different kinds of partnerships that we're talking about here. One is going to be referral partnerships, those partners that maybe work in industries that work alongside yours. So again, in insurance, maybe that's realtors, maybe that's lenders. Really, any industry could be one that works alongside yours because you all have mutual clients. Whether that be a realtor or the bakery down the street, you've got similar clients. So it's worth building a partnership with.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to say I will be choosing the Frisbee. Oh! Matt, watch my eyes. They're not even going to close. God, they're closed. No!
You hit me in the face. Oh, that didn't catch it.
I just straight up domed you. Straight to your face.
6-3.
One of the things that you and I did early on was know that, like, hey, we needed people of influence in our industry to recommend us. And did that pay off in the first year? Absolutely not. Maybe. But did it pay off in the long term? Absolutely.
So I'll ask you this question then. How do you build a partnership with a person who is in a more influential position than you are?
Connection, relation, trust.
And providing something that's meaningful to them as well.
Right.
Not just taking, but also giving something to them in return.
Mutually beneficial.
And what I've found usually, it's not going to be in some sort of I'll offer discounts. That's gimmicky. And that doesn't actually offer a long-term solution or actually a long-term partnership.
It's like my daddy always said, you help others succeed, you will always succeed.
Absolutely. So that would be the first form of partnership. The second form of partnership is actually partnering with your direct clients. Now, in insurance, you're working with very long-term relationships. You're building a relationship and a friendship over just a business to consumer need.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I'm in your head.
It doesn't matter, I'm still winning.
No,
You
you're
win
not.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yes! Oh, 6-6.
We may have a draw. I hate your
Hit me in the face.
I hit your head.
You
I
hit me in the head and it didn't
I
fall
hit your
off.
head.
I
Wait, if it didn't fall off.
win. It didn't fall off.
Robot.
I feel like I will end up selling more in the same time period or even sooner if I hold off on reaching out to prospects immediately and actually start to try to build the relationships with those partners first. If you're a brand new insurance agent, this is probably a really frustrating phase for you because all you want to do is start having meetings with prospects. But a better way to do this, because that is actually going to turn into transactional, I would argue probably short-term relationships with those clients. But if instead you step back a little bit and you start building those relationships with the right kinds of people, you're not getting to that customer as quickly. But when you get to that customer, that prospect, you're going to have a better, more qualified prospect through referrals and other relationships around you than you would have if you had started immediately outbounding to someone who doesn't know you.
Rulebook.
It did not fall off.
didn't fall
And the
off.
rules, as we stated
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah,
and
yeah,
as
yeah.
it's written, -1 if the head is hit but cup does not fall off. Yes! 6-5.
Should we just give it to the people?
Give what to the people?
A bonus round. Just for the fun. You still win, but a bonus round.
Happy to.
Let's do it.
The last one that I'm sure everyone was like, when are they gonna choose that one? Well, we're choosing it for the bonus round.
The boot. So, like we mentioned, there is a time and a place to cold outbound. And that is after you have made yourself and your organization known within that community that you're cold outbounding to. I feel like you've done that really well.
It was more about the one, persistence, and two is making sure you're keeping up with the people that have trusted you, right? And the people that have actually trusted you, gone through with the service that you provide, and you make sure you ask them for those stories, because someone once told me, facts tell, stories sell.
This is true.
And when you hear that, and this is exactly what a referral is you hear the story of how they were treated, what they went through in their experience. And when you have that, you can carry that on to others, so you're not selling, they're selling you.
I want to go upward trajectory. I'm very nervous about this one.
I took my shot.
Remember that mortgage company, Justin? That one that
Which one?
I shared a lot of my commission with you for?
It'd be debatable on how you want to look at it.
We're about to be even. It's not debatable. You're debatable.
I felt that right on the top. All right, this goes to a draw.
What you're doing in insurance, again, is not just selling an individual, but you're building the relationship for referrals within that community. As that person expands their community and they expand their influence as they grow in their career, then you have a larger audience and you're actually really connecting with someone who has become someone of influence that you've known since before they were someone of influence.
People are drawn to people, and the connection and the relationships that you have, not the product you offer.
People are drawn to you as a person, and if you have something to offer them that is valuable to them, like insurance, then they're going to choose to work with you.
And the more relationships that you have, the bigger your business grows.
Insurance is all about protection. Protecting the client that you're working with is of utmost importance, and that's why that relationship is important, and building that trust with who you're working with is too.
I want to work with somebody who's looking out for the betterment of me.
Yes.
Oh man, okay, I gotta do a different throw here.
That was like a gentle kiss.
You're not gonna catch it.
I'm not catching it. I'm like,
I hit your ear. Congratulations.
that folded it.
This has been another great episode of
How to be ridiculously.
How to Become Really, Really Ridiculously Successful with Janny. I win!